can hear me. And let's see. What are we doing? We are reading. What are we reading? We are reading the abacus. All right. What are we doing? So, what we're going to do is we're going to read the abacus. We have our abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just as we have here. We have 0. We have 0. Come on. There we go. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Oops. And then I need to go here and go here. Hello. Okay. Hey, Ethan. Good morning. We're going to be reading the abacus. We have 1, 0. So this is what 0 looks like. And then this is 1. So this is what 1 looks like. Thank you so much for liking the live, Ethan. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2. So this is 2. What we're doing is we're reading the abacus. When we understand how to read the abacus, then it'll be easy for us to be able to do adding, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for joining. My name is Lynette. I am an abacus teacher. I teach abacus. I teach math with an abacus. What is an abacus? An abacus is a counting tool. An abacus is a math manipulative. Hey, Darbug, good morning. Good morning. Yes. So my name is Lynette. I'm here to teach you how to read the abacus. And what's going to happen is after that, we're going to learn how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. If you're looking for some abacus worksheets, I have them. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the abacus. To read the abacus, if we want to do 2, if you look at the picture, I don't know if you can look at the picture. If you can look at the picture, thank you so much for sharing the live, Darbug. Nope, that's the wrong way. Sorry. And I also play around with my camera a lot because I want you to see. So what's going to happen is if I count 1, 2, whoa, now it's really dark. So we have 2. So we have 2 on the picture. We have 2 on the abacus. Notice that the beads are touching this horizontal bar. Because the beads are touching the horizontal bar, this is what's being counted. So these beads are being counted. However, these beads are not counted. That means that this is all 0. Hello, Miss Emenheiser. Okay. Okay. Now what's 3? Well, 3 looks like that. 3 is this. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I have 4 beads touching the horizontal bar. Because I have 4 beads touching the horizontal bar, that means they're counted. So when we're looking, this is 0, 0, 0. These are all zeros except for this one. This one is counted. This is 4. After 4 is 5. The top bead always has a value of 5. What does 5 look like? Ah, here it is. So this is what 5 looks like. 5 looks like this. So we have 5. This is the top bead. This top bead is being counted. The top bead always has a value of 5, no matter what. So even if we look, oh, what happened? Oh, it didn't work. Okay, so if you notice, this is not 5. This is 55. This is not 10. This is 55. But we're going to go back to here. So we do 5, and then we do 6. After 6, right? Because we have 6, 5, 6. And then we have 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. So there's 2 beads touching there's one bead, there's the top bead that touches the beam, and then there's 2 bead touching the beam. Then this is counted. Together, this is 7. And then we have 8. That's what 8 looks like. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Anybody have any questions? Let me know. Whew, okay, and so we are looking at edit. I want to edit. I'm sorry. Now I'm just fussing around with this. I gotta redo this. Remove this destination. Okay, never mind. So let's do that. So then we have 9. After 9, can we start over? Oh yeah, we're gonna start over. After 9, let me start over because it would make sense. So here we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is what's on the abacus. So thank you, Kaylee, for letting me know. So what's going to happen is we're going to read the abacus. This is an abacus. This is a counting tool. This counting tool helps me keep track of my numbers on the abacus. And so what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. When we learn how to read the abacus, we can do adding, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Paste. Sorry, I'm trying to work with some things. Okay, so Kaylee, hopefully you're still here. When you're here, this is the horizontal bar. This horizontal bar is what tracks our numbers. Because it tracks our numbers, we are counting. So right now, this is all zero. That's what that looks like. This is what it looks like, right? This is what zero looks like, right? Not a problem. Now, it's kind of cool because actually abacus starts with zero. We on the abacus do not start with one, which is interesting, right? Because we need to have a clear abacus to start. So then we talk about this is one. Hello, thank you so much for letting me know because sometimes people leave and come and go, and I'm like, I'm still talking and I don't know if they're still here. So this is one. We're going to do one. One bead that touches the top bar, sorry, the one bead that touches the horizontal bar is what's being counted. So this is one. So when we count, we have two. If you see, this is two. Hey Jay, these printed sheets keep getting better for the books. If so, that's awesome. Yes, yes. So if you want these ones, you can go to the link in my bio and I will give you these ones for free. Yes, thank you. I've been really practicing and honing down. And you know what, Jay? I'm letting you know it's been really helpful being here and just kind of going through it. Does it have to be from the third bar? Hey, Delaney, yes. The reason why I do the third bar is because I have this thing called the dot indicator. I don't know if you can see. There's an indicator. This is my dot indicator. This indicator lets me know that this is the ones place. So every column actually is a place value. Are you a teacher? You seem awesome. I hope I am. I hope I'm awesome, but somebody think I'm a horrible person. So, what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus. When we learn how to read the abacus, we're going to, after we learn to read the abacus, we learn adding, subtraction, multiplication, division. But that's the only thing we're going to do on the abacus. That's all we're going to do on the abacus. So, are we ready? So, I hope Kaylee is still here. Now, if you look, Delaney, if you look, we have our place values ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000. The only reason, good, you're still here. Thank you, Kaylee, for letting me know. So, if you notice, this is my ones place. You could choose here, but then that means I would move everything over like that, right? So then I have my decimal, right? The decimal does not sit on a place value, it sits between the two columns. So this would be my tenths and my hundreds, but then it goes further. I don't know, thousands, and then 10,000s, and then I don't know, right? But I'm going to go over here. So that's why I have the third. This is why I have the third column. So Kaylee, we're going to continue to count on the abacus. So we have three. We know that this is three. We don't want to do one, two, three. The reason why is because we want to kind of do all that at the same time. So we do three like that. And then if I clear the abacus, this is four. And that's four. And then now, how do we do four? Well, four is five. Five will always be the top beat. Five will always be the top beat no matter what. So if I did this, all of this is counted. This is all five. And then so now I'm going to clear it, and then this is five. After five, after five, we have six. So six looks like this: five, six. So we have five, six. So one top bead touches in the top, and then one bottom bead touches in the bottom, and then this is counted on the horizontal bar. This is the beam, the horizontal bar, the reckoning bar. And then this is seven. So this is where you came in, Kaylee. So this is after seven, then we have eight. Easy? Easy, right? Simple to use, easy to understand. So this is eight, and then this is nine. So nine is this: five, six, seven, eight, nine. Is that all we can do? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Because just like when we write, we only do nine. After nine is 10. After 10 is what? We start over here. 10, if you look, looks like one, but in a different column. That's all it is. Just how we write, just how we write 10. Oh, where did I put it? It's over here. 10. Just as we write 10, right? Makes sense, right? Easy, simple to use, easy to understand. So we have 10, we have 1, and we have 0. How do people do mental abacus with is it hard to learn? It's not hard to learn. I love this. Hey, odd stranger. I never been taught this. Yeah, right? Welcome to the real world. I don't know if you guys know this. I love how do you do? Come on, Harold. 10, 20, 30, 40. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. That's it. Ah, okay, what's after 90? 100. This is 100. How do I know this is 100? 100 just as our place value. Look, look. It looks very similar, doesn't it? It looks very similar to the one, but in a different column. 100. Wait, but what about the numbers between that are not counted? This would be super helpful for people with dyslexia. Okay, I don't know. Wait, what about the numbers in between that are not counted? What, Harold? Look, Harold. Okay, so we have 9. Let's do it again. 10, 10, 20, 20. Right? We have 20. And then look, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. The top B will always be 25. So let's do 11. Let's do 11. 1 and 1. What you gonna do? That's a like what a baseball chant. 1 and 1. What you gonna do? Okay, so 11 is just 1 and 1. 1 and 1. It just depends on what column you're in, right? Just as we write 11. What we read, how we read the abacus is how we write. Oh my God, I almost forgot my words. How we read the abacus is how we write. So we have 12. That's fantastic, Harold. Thank you so much for your comment. So we have 12, and then we have 13, and then we have 14, right? 14 and then 15, just as we had before. 15 is still the 5 on the top, right? The 5 on the top. So this is the 5. 5 will always be the top beat. So we have 5, and then we have 6. But this is 16 because we have 1 over here. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. Hey, Tracy. Stacy Wacy. That's funny. Yeah, I some people that have come onto my live said that they really enjoyed the abacus because I mean they had some problems with like dyscalculia and so forth, and they noticed that using the abacus really helped them understand how to read the abacus and we do adding, subtraction, multiplication, division. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the likes. So if you don't know, my name is Lynette. I sell workbooks. I sell workbooks, and it's on the other side. It's on the other. If you're looking for abacus worksheets, I do sell it on the other platform, the other selling platform. I'm trying to sell it here. I don't haven't figured that out yet. But I do offer abacus worksheets. This one is specifically for preschoolers, and then after that we have more worksheets. And then if you want to do coloring, I try to do a coloring. I try to do a coloring book. All it is just a bunch of numbers, and then you try to be creative. And so I was trying to be creative. I haven't done it for a little bit. I got to get back to it. But this is what I have. And then I have like 6 books. I have like a few more books coming down the way. And if you don't like the books, I do have printables. You can look at it on my website. Okay. Sorry. I've only been here for 15 minutes and I think I get enough. Fantastic, Lisa. Okay, so what we're doing again, we're just learning how to read the abacus. After we learn how to read the abacus, we're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. The first time I came across your stream, that you were selling the abacus. I do sell. Hey, Kaylee. Okay, have a good one. See you in my next live. Thank you so much for letting me know. Yes, thank you for the comment. Odd stranger. At first, when I came across your stream, I thought you were selling an abacus. I do sell it, but what I'm doing is I'm teaching you how to read the abacus. Let's go, right, odd stranger? Because the idea is first you need to read the abacus and to see that it's a very useful tool. I just want to show you that it's a useful tool. And if you want to buy it, you could buy it. But usually it's for what is it? It's usually it can be for anybody. I've because I started my lives, a lot of the adults are really enjoying it. And so I started building out an abacus workbook for adults. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So, do we all know how to read the abacus? Let's do a little review. Let's do a review. So, for those people that don't know me, how far in math can you up to division? So, adding, subtraction, multiplication, division with decimals. That's as far as we go. You have such a natural way of teaching and making people understand. Thank you. I understood. Oh, hey, Harold. No, thank you. Thank you for your comments because I like feedback. I like conversations. I'm a yapper, and I hope everybody in. Thank you for the finger heart, Janet. I'm a yapper. I like to yap about abacus. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to read it again. We're going to read it again. we're going to read it again. But this time, we're going to talk about what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Abacus and me. It's you and Abacus. Okay, so again, when we look at the picture, this is zero. So after zero, right, this is one. So when we look at it, one would just look like that. So what it's going to do is I'm just going to color it in. Okay. And then this is practice because, oh, hey, Gabriella, thank you for sharing my life. Oh, I do have a new, hey, Jay, are you still here? I have a new worksheet. You know what? Let's do the new worksheet. Maybe we'll do that first. Let's do the new worksheet. So the new worksheet, I got to find my worksheet. I was thinking about this and I was like, ooh, I could do the reverse. Okay. Okay. Here is the beginning of the worksheet. What we're going to do is we are going to try to figure out, oh, maybe this is not going to work. No, we'll do this. We'll do this one. All right. So what's going to happen is here's my old worksheet. This is what I'm also selling. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what this number is. When we figure out this number, we are going to see what path it leads. Because what we're doing is we're going to look at this maze. So when we look at the maze, what number do you think this is? We have our number. If you don't know, let me know. If you're not following, let me know. If you're not tracking like a horizontal bar, let me know. Because we can always tell you, I can always review what we've done. So here, if I did this is, if I had this number, 5 and then 6, so that's what that looked like, and then I have that. What number do you think this is? Put it in the comments what number you think this is. What we're doing is we're practicing how to read the abacus. And after we learn how to read the abacus, we will go into how to 61. Thank you, Gabriella. Thank you, Harold. We're going to go into adding and subtracting, but I want to get a good feeling that we all know how to read the abacus. So here is my next one. So what I'm doing is I'm following the path. Wait, hey Josh, I thought you were Josh. Ah. Oh, okay. So, Josh, what we're going to do is we're going to count really quickly. To count on the abacus, we do 1, 2, 3, 4. On the top, all these beads touching the horizontal bar is 4. 1, 2, 3. Yes, Harold. Thank you. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's what this is. Thank you, Harold. So, Josh, so I'm talking to Josh. Josh, I hope you're still here. This is 4. Now, what's after 4 is 5. 5 is the top bead. 5 will always be the top bead no matter what. 5 will always be the top bead. So, when it counts to the horizontal bar, it's right here. So, this is 5, and then this is 6. Oh, Harold, you're so good. 51. So then, and then, so we have 6, and we have 7, we have 8, we have 9. After 9, we have 10. Does that make sense, Josh? What's that? Okay, so this one is 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 64. Hey, Rogelio, thank you. Harold, yes, 64, because it's 60, and that's 4. Ah, you lost me at 10. Oh, okay. Hold on. 64. So what happens is we have 9. You understand that this is 9, right? Do you understand that that's 9? 1, 2. Nope, nope, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. I just need to do this one. 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, okay. So when we look at the abacus, every abacus, let's see, every abacus has a place value. Every abacus, because the 5 is, yes. So because every location, every column is a place value. Ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000. So what we happen, oh, 99. Hey, Harold, good job. So does that make sense, Josh? So what we just did is, if you look, we have our place value. Because we have our place value, we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, our 10,000s. When we look at it, we do 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 10, just as we write. When we have 10, it's a 1 and a 0. After 10 is 11, and then 12, and then 13, 14, and then 15. Oh, 15. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, good. So what we're doing right now is we're reading this abacus. We're going through a maze. So after we go through the maze, then we can start adding and subtracting. But thank you for your comment. Thank you for letting me know. Because everybody comes in. Everybody comes in at a certain time. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out what this number is. What number is this? You're such a good teacher. Thank you, Mountain Girl. Mountain Girl. Thank you, Mountain Girl. I appreciate that. But you know what? I can't be a teacher if you don't tell me you don't understand. You have to let me know. This one? How? That's backwards. We're doing 91. That's backwards because it's 90. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this. 91. 91. So that's actually 91 because it's the tens. This would be the tens, and then this would be the ones. Thank you, Harold. Yeah. Yeah. So as we read it is how we write it. As we read is how we write. So this is our next number, right? This is our next number. What is our next number? So this is 5. Oh, I should do it here. There we go. That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. Oh, Harold. Oh, Harold. Josh says 75. You're right. Oh, yes, exactly. 75. Yep, 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 yep. 75, 75. Ooh, too much, too much, too much. I can't see. All right, so if that's 75, what number is this? Oh, I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. 4. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm, you know, thank you, Harold. No, not Harold. Josh got it. Harold. Yes. It is 54. It is 54. Mountain Girl, are you still here? Are you like following along, Mountain Girl? What's going on? Oh yeah, 54. Good. I didn't leave but to didn't leave to but oh, you have to leave? Yes, ma'am. Fantastic. Okay, what's that number? This is this one and then that one. What number is this? This is Janet, are you still here? Janet, I don't know if Janet's here. Tosh says 21. Josh says 25. Fantastic. I meant 54. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. Yes, 25. Janet, are you still here? Janet gave me a heart, but she left. Hey, Muru. Oh, yeah. Sorry. 25. So this is 25. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I started looking at all the people coming in. All right. We have two more. So this one and then this one. I think Janet just gave me a gift and left. It's like a drive-by kiss. Right. Yeah, Harold says 58. Yep. Yep. Josh says 58. Yep. Mountain Girl, where are you? I only talk to people who comment cuz I know you're in my room. Like I don't know if Darbug's in my room. Darbug. What kind of name is that? All right. 58. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, last one, last one, last one. So this one is this is the answer to the universe. I don't know if you guys ever watched if you guys ever read the Guardian no Guardians of the 42. Yep, 42. What is it? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Mountain Girl, thank you so much for the goat. Whoop, whoop. Anybody? Not 82. Not 82. Yes, 52. 42. 42. Yes, yes. Good, good, good. So we're okay? We're okay? Okay, we're gonna go into. Oh, I see. I just learned some. Yeah. Oh, no, we're gonna. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. What does that mean? That means we're gonna actually start doing adding and subtracting because it seems like everybody's understanding. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start learning how to add and subtract. What? No, we're doing math so early in the morning. Yes, we're mathing in the morning. We're mathing in the morning. So this one is my preschool one. What we just did is we just learned how to read the abacus. We learned you guys are voluntarily learning how to read the abacus. You guys are voluntarily doing math in the morning. It's a Saturday after a hangover. After a hangover, everybody's like learning how to math. I don't. Yeah, I'm too old to drink. So yeah, it's interesting. Thank you, Harold. Thank you. That was my exact reaction too. Right? Whoa. Okay. So it gets better. It gets better. Why does it get better? Because I will show you how to add big giant numbers. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to understand how to move the beads. Now, why? Because just as we learn how to read, we want to learn how to move the beads. It's okay to like learn how to read, but there's more to it. But wait, there's more. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do five. Right. So on the abacus, we do five. Now, notice she called out my hangover coming. Yeah, sure did. And you're doing it. You're mathing in the morning. That's crazy. I'd be asleep. I'd still be asleep. Okay, so this is five. We're doing five. Now notice what I'm doing is I'm going to add the one. I'm going to add one. The reason why I'm going to add one is because I want to focus on the add-in. I want to focus on the process. I want to marry the process, divorce the result. I want to enjoy the journey because it's not about the destination. So the difference is on mainstream math, and I don't know how you guys were taught, but I think they were teaching, how do you make a six? I'm like, no, hold on. Let's learn how to make a six. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the one. To add the one, we're just going to move this bead up. When we move the bead up, that means we are adding. When we move the bead down, we are subtracting. That's all that it is. It's the simplest thing. Easy to use, simple to understand. I'm going to give you all my catchphrases because I'm feeling pretty good. I took a little rest yesterday because I was wiped out from track judgment. Anyways, so this is five, this is six. So notice, right? Makes sense. We add, we go to the horizontal bar. We subtract, we go away from the horizontal bar. So again, we do the same thing. Let's do this one. This one is eight. We've seen this before, right? We've seen this before. This is eight. And all we're doing is we're going to add the one. When we add the one, we move it to the horizontal bar. We take it away from the horizontal bar. Right? That's all we're doing. So, life form from universe. Thank you for the follow. So again, we just, okay, that's simple. That's simple. Now, if you notice, I also have like these little activities, other than just computational. Okay, so we know what this number is. We know this number. What are we doing? We're doing plus two. When we do plus two, what does that mean? Well, we add the two. I'm sorry, this is seven. This is seven. After seven, we're going to add, ooh, can't see. After seven, right, we want to add two beads. Now, does it matter which two beads? No, I just need two beads. That's all I need. It could be six, and I just want to add these two beads. The idea is to see the scenarios, right? So if I had five, I just want to add these two beads. That's all I'm doing. So it doesn't matter what two beads, it just matters that I'm moving two beads. So if I had seven, I can move these two beads. Does that make sense? Again, I'm going to the horizontal bar, and I go away from the horizontal bar when I'm subtracting. So what we're doing is we're just looking through each of the numbers. And that's the, because we're kids and we want to know what we're doing, right? So everything is all about movement. Movement. Okay. So we have five and we have five. After five, we have three. We want to add three. Again, one, two, three. We just move the three beads. Now, the reason why I don't do one, two, three is that that's not how we do it, right? That's not how we do it. We're old. We're big people. I know what I'm doing. I know how to drive. We're big people, so we want to do three at a time. This is also what we call subitizing. Subitizing means, what does subitizing mean? Subitizing means that if you look at a number, you exactly know what it is. How do you add bigger numbers? Wait. What? Like wait. We will get there. Come on. Why are you rushing? Why are you rushing? Yeah, we're in a traffic jam. We're taking a slow stroll through the park. So we need to understand, right? So this is a little activity where you answer the question here and you find the puzzle piece. So, okay, so we did that, and then we did the four. After the four, I'm so excited. Harold's excited. Come on, I already know this. Okay, so again, we do four, and then that's all we're gonna do. We do five, and then we do four. That's it. So then our answer is nine. So we have five, and then we add four. Four, there's not a lot of numbers before. Okay, so again, we know how to subtract, right? We know how to add, we know how to subtract. So that's what this is. We're subtracting, we know how to subtract. Now we're going to go into the bigger numbers. Bigger numbers is just the same thing. It's the same thing. So when I add the five, I'm just adding the five. If I want to take away the five, I'm going to take away the five. If I have four and then want to add the five, I'm just bringing that down. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the horizontal bar. I'm so interested. If I always want to learn it. Really? Really? I don't know. I don't know why people want to learn this. I'm so baffled. It's cool. I mean, it's great. I'm happy. That's why I'm here. I'm here to teach you how to read the abacus because abacus is everywhere. So again, the same thing. Now here are the bigger numbers. I think this is bigger. So this thing is limited. Is this thing has a limit to its number? Well, if you look, Josh, this one specifically goes up to 10,000. How do I know? I have my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. So here is my dot into here. This is my separator. Does that make sense? However, if you wanted more, you can get a 13 column one because size matters. This one is a 7 column one. This one is a 13 column one. I used to have an abacus, but I thought I had two beads on top. I don't. Oh, hey, mountain girl. No, no, no. That one is what you call a Chinese abacus. The Chinese abacus, two beads on top and five beads on the bottom. Okay, so going back, okay, before we go to the Chinese one, let me finish this one. So this is a 13 column one. Now, I usually start in the middle because I like to have long numbers here, or I could do my decimals, right? Or I could do my decimals. Now, remember, I have my dot indicator. I'm obsessed with all this. Oh my God, Sheridan. Okay, so here, if you look, I have my I have my dot indicator. I can be ones. So ones, thousands, millions, billions, and trillions. So I can, if I really wanted to, track a lot of numbers. However, if I wanted to track the national debt, I got to get a bigger one. This is a 23 column abacus. And so this is the abacus that I started off with, and this has been with me for quite some years. I've been teaching abacus for more than 20 years. And so if you look, it's the same thing. Oh my God, that joke was perfect. I got jokes. I got jokes in math. What is a 21? It's the same thing. It's exactly the same. You can take this one 23 and do the same thing. I plus the 1 and I plus the 6. The only difference is it has more digits. You have more availability to do digits. That's all that means. I started with this one, and then as I started teaching, I found this one on Daiso. You can get the 31 column from Daiso. And then as I kept teaching, I found this one. And I like this one for the small kids because then they feel like when they finish like bigger numbers, when they have bigger numbers, they can graduate. I can graduate and get bigger numbers because that's what life is, right? It's all about big. Okay, so yes, I like it too. I like my little clearing mechanism. Yeah, it's a reset. It's a reset button because I'm lazy. All right. So now going back to the Chinese abacus. Yes, thank you for the Chinese abacus. It's the same. Is it the same? It's kind of the same, but it's a little redundant. We're not going to use the R word here. We're going to call it redundant. Don't be redundant. Now, what does that mean? So that means that it's the same thing. When we count, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Same thing on the Japanese abacus. The Chinese abacus happened before the Japanese abacus, and then the Japanese came in, came in and said, you know what, we can make it more efficient. So that's what they did. They made it more efficient. When we look at it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. They both have reckoning bars, right? They both have the horizontal bar. But this is 5, and then this is 5. Now on the abacus, the Japanese is the one. Yes, the Japanese is the one bead on top and four beads on the bottom. This is the Japanese on the right, and then this is the Chinese on the left. Now, if you notice, I have 5 here. Now what we need to do is we need to trade. We want to trade from 5, and then this is 5. This is 5. This will always be 5. The top bead is always 5. So if I did this, this is 10. But because this is 10, now I have to trade. I have to trade to this. Why? Because this breaks my brain. This breaks my brain. The reason why, because it doesn't make sense now. Why? Because in the abacus we talk about place values, right? This is the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands. But cannot be 10 because now we're not doing place values. So we had to do a trade. Here we Yes. Yes. Here we go again, Atticus. So what's going to happen is when we talk about it, it's the same thing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that make sense? Oh yeah. It'd be hard to keep the chart because the double numbers. Yeah, exactly. Because this is actually 110. So you have to trade it. 100 10. So it's a little redundant. We don't use the R word here. Sorry. So when we look at it, this would be 10. We can't do 10 here. We can only go 9. But then here we can do 10. This is 5. That's 10. I'm like, what? So what is going to happen? You trade this in for this, and then you have to trade this in for this. It's a lot of redundant. It's like, I don't want to be redundant. What's going to happen? So then it's the same thing. So this is 11. We have 11. But everything else is the same. If you have a Chinese abacus, you can just use the middle parts. You can use that and just ignore the top. There we go. That's it. That's about the abacus. That's the difference. Oh yeah. Yeah, right? It's really, yeah. I was trying to calculate it and I was like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh." Because you know what? This This is 15. I'm like, what in the world is that? That's 15. Because if you trade this out, you would do that. That would be 15. But then you would trade this out and that would be 15. It's like, that's a lot of trading. This is not the stock market. It's a Chinese abacus. All right. So, so we talked about the difference, right? We talked about the different sizes and I put in my jokes that size matters. And then the national debt. So yeah, you can this one. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I like the trade. This one is this one is made out of bamboo. It's a little bit faded if you can see. This one's made out of bamboo. These ones are made out of plastic, and they work the same. And be careful. So it's basically useless over. I'm sorry. So is it basically useless to overuse the very? Is it? It might be. It might be. I think it is a little bit redundant. I don't know how I don't know how everybody else uses it. I don't teach on the Chinese abacus, so I couldn't tell you. So going back, if you notice, it's very easy to move. So you have to make sure you hold the abacus because if you don't, you're gonna lose your answer. So if you're working with a really big problem, oh hey Amanda, thank you so much for that finger heart. So if you notice, it's very easy to move. And so when you're working on some big problems, you want to make sure this is stationary. Just so you know, I have a learning center, and my brother and I have a learning center that we teach kids how to use the abacus. And the problem was that some of the kids don't hold the abacus, and so my brother will come around. He's so mean. My brother will come around and do this, and then their whole answer gets messed up, and they're like, "No!" And then he's like, "Ah, I told you to hold the abacus." So I would recommend hold the abacus, just so you know. All right. So oh, and the Chinese one is also made out of, I don't know what the Chinese one is made out of. It might be made out of bamboo, but I'm not sure. But this is made out of some sort of wood, and it sounds different. That's such a right, right, such a big brother move. I know, right? That's a good way of building good. Yeah, good way. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, Josh. I know how you are. So we're going to continue to learn how to count. We're going to continue to learn how to add. We were at 6. Don't distract me. We're learning how to count 6. So we do 6. We do 6. I'm sorry, we do 2. Because we have 2, we have 6. 6 is one beat on top and one beat on the bottom. You bring it together at the same time like that. So when we look at it, we add the 6. Now we want to take away the 6. Notice when we add, we take away. It's the same, right? It's just balanced. Yes, it is. It's balance. You add, you go to the horizontal bar. You subtract, you go away from the horizontal bar. Make sense? We go to, and then it's the same thing with the 7. So what we just did is we learned how to add. We just learned how to add. Now this is what we call simple. This is not because it's a simpleton. No, we're not being simple. The idea is simple. The reason why is because now we're not using formulas. What? There's formulas? Yes. So Abacus uses this thing called formulas. You could call it equations, you could call it expressions, you can call it whatever you want, but in the abacus world we call it formulas. The reason why we call it formulas, I don't know why we call it formulas. We just call it formulas. But now why are we using formulas? Because if we have 1 here and we have 8, so we had 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to bring it together like that. We add 8. And then we want to subtract 8, we do that. So do you see how I added the 8? and I subtracted the 8. So these beads, that's the reason why they're movable. And we want to be able to read. We want to be able to learn how to read. So this one is 9. Does that make sense? Thank you guys so much for the follow. Wow. Okay. 45 people in my room. Holy smokes. Okay. And there's a lot of quiet people. Okay. So now we know what this is called. This is called simple. The reason why it's called simple is because we don't have any beads. Well, I'm sorry, we don't have any formulas. Now, what does the formulas mean? Well, what happens when we don't have enough beads? So let's say we did 4. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. We have 4. I want to add another 4. Now, we in the abacus world don't believe in memorizing the doubles. What's a double? The doubles means it's 4 plus 4. We don't memorize that. Why don't we memorize? The reason why we don't memorize, if you're looking for this, it's on the other platform, the other selling platform, and that's my name. So if you're looking for abacus stuff, that's where you can find it. And that's my name. You can find it there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 4. If you notice, I do not have any more beads to add another 4. So I have 4 and I want to add another 4. I don't have another 4. Now what are we going to do? So we have, this is the question. The question is right here. This is the question, 4. Right? We have our question. Okay, we have 4. Now, I'm not sure if anybody remembers, but this is what we're learning. This is what we're teaching the kids in school. We're teaching this in school. Why is this? This is not a problem. This is actually a really good concept. This is how we make a 5. So there's 2 ways to make a 5. Either the 4 plus 1 is equal to 5 or 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. It's like, okay, well, how does that work? Well, what's going to happen is now we're going to start getting into some algebra because we're big people. But if it were small people, I would just say memorize it. But because we're big people, I want to show you why are we doing it? Why? Why? Why are we learning? Because we're going to utilize our numbers. We're going to make I don't like freeloading numbers. Freeloading numbers are not allowed in my classroom. I just need to find my little worksheet, my little worksheet. And I've lost my worksheet. Where is my worksheet? Nope. Oh, you know what? We'll do this one. We'll do this one. Oh, here it is. I found it. All right. So we're not going to have any freeloading numbers. What does that mean? Well, if you look, I don't have any more beads to add 4. We know this concept. Plus 4 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 1. So I'm going to rewrite the question. I'm going to rewrite the expression. Plus 4 is equal to plus 5 plus 1. There we go. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Why are we doing it? Because if you notice, we have this 5. This is just a freeloading 5? No, this is not a freeloading 5. This is a hard-working 5. Why is it hard working? Because what we're going to do is we're going to add 4. The idea here is we're going to look for 4. What are we doing? We're adding 4 plus 4. We're going to isolate. We got to figure out how to get this 4. Now, to get this 4, what we're going to do is we're going to isolate this 4. It's a little bit like algebra, but better. Why is it better? Because it makes sense. So we do 4, and I'm going to equal to 5. When I equal to 5, is this balanced? No, I will not go. No, it's not balanced. To balance it, right, what we want to do is we want to take away the 1. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you how we do it on the abacus. We're going to add the 5. That's what this is. We just added the 5. Adding the 5 is too much. We need to take away the 1. Is this the mental math abacus learning? Yes, it is. Larry's Butcher Shop. Yes. So what we did is we just added the 5 and take away the 1. We added the 5 and we take away the 1. This is very visual and very tactile. And my answer is 8. Can I buy the book? Yeah, you can buy the book. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. There we go. You can find my name. Find my name. What workbook would you recommend for beginners? Um, beginners like adult beginners or beginners like preschool beginners. I need an age. Like I mean, if you wanted to, you could buy the preschool one. But it's a little bit. It's a little bit adult. I'm actually. You know what? If you, You, I'm making one. I didn't realize you guys were wanting one. Yeah, I'm making one. I'm actually in the process of making an adult workbook, and I have the mazes and I have the thing. If you want to sign up for my if you want to sign up, there's this, the beginning part. I don't know if you were here for that. You can get this worksheet. I do. I'm going to give this worksheet to you for free. You can sign up in my link in my bio, and in my link in my bio, you can sign up for this worksheet. And then when I get my adult book, I'll send it out to all my email list, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm in the is it? It's like halfway done. Um, yeah, it's like halfway done. But thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate the interest. I really didn't think anybody would be interested in this. I just- I, I I'm not gonna lie. NGL, I'm not gonna lie. I did not know adults would be interested in this. But yeah, if you want to sign up, I can give you. You're gonna get this worksheet, and what it is you fill it. You just and my worksheets are interactive, and there's a lot of coloring, and so depending on how it works, I'm gonna you have to fill this in. I just what? Thank you so much, Larry. I'm hoping you're. Oh. I hope you have an abacus. Hopefully, you have an abacus, because it would suck if you did not have an abacus and you'd be doing this. So, I do sell this one on my website, but the other ones are available on the other ones. Yeah. How do you do 5 plus 5 on the abacus? Hey, Kayla. Well, you know what? Okay, we're gonna do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the harmony. Okay, you know what? We'll do that. So, how do we do 5 plus 5? Okay, so we understand this part. Do we understand how do we do the four? We understand that. If we know how to do that, then we're gonna go to our next thing, which is how to make a 10. And that's what Kayla's going to do. Kayla's going to push the whole class forward to how to make a 10. Is that all right? Are we doing that? Okay. Hey, Beal! Welcome back. I've always wanted to learn how to read since I was oh, hey, Tinkerbell! I saw it. I saw it was with Fairy Mary. She's using the abacus. It's not for me. I saw the TikTok kids learning, and I want to build when I have kids. Oh, hey! Good afternoon. Okay, just so you, okay, let's do a little review for people coming in. I don't know, there's a lot of people coming in now. Okay, people coming in. We're gonna count, and then we're gonna move the class forward to how to make a 10. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna understand where what I what I this one I sell on my website, but you can go either TikTok shop. I don't know about the other people. There's TikTok shop that do sell the 13 column one. Oh, you can go to Daiso if you have a Daiso. They're all the same. They're all the same. Can you read that? Daiso? You can go to Daiso. Daiso sells this one. It's a 13 column one. This one, I think somebody was able to get it for less than $4, and that's including tax. Right? You can get it to the other site, right? The other site that I'm not allowed to say. Um, the other site. Yep, they sell them on Daiso. Yeah, so the 13 column one is sold on the Daiso one. This one, if you wanted the colorful one, I have it in my website, or you can find it on the other website. It's just everywhere. Abacus is everywhere. I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, so before I go, there's one here. Oh yeah. You know what, Harold? Just so you know, can someone say the site she's not allowed to say? Ha! It's the AMA one. Can the website? What's the website you cannot say? It's the AMA one. The bookstore. The bookstore. Yeah, yeah. Because there's a violation. Why can't you say because there's a TikTok shop and TikTok shop wants you to buy from TikTok, right? But if I told it's like a platform thing. So you can find my name here, and I sell the books. Um, you can go on my website, and I sell this one. I have digital copies of my books. So, oh, people who are joining in, we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4 on the abacus. What we're doing is let me just do a little review. This is the abacus, and the abacus is a counting tool. We're gonna count four. Why are we here? The reason why is because I have this dot indicator. This dot indicator shows me that this is the ones place. Now, what does that mean? Well, just as we have our place value, every column is a place value. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, and then after 4, we have 5. The top beat will always be 5. Thank you, Harold, for the. I can't even say. Can can I send my books to you to sign? Yeah, you could. But once I bought from TikTok, my package came from a bookstore. Yeah. Well, yeah, there was the one oh yeah, numbers. The one that I did, a PO box. Larry, how about you DM me DM me, Larry, so we could figure that one out. Yeah, Ave. I guess somebody bought a book from me, and so I sent it out from here. Okay, so we're back to here. Five. This is the value of five. Six, seven, eight, nine. Now, if you wonder what is nine, what's 10? After 10, if you look, is one. One and zero. Because we have 10, we have 11, 12, 13. Notice we use the same thing, but in a different place value. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have uh, 10, 20, 30, 40. Notice that they're exactly the same, just in a different place value. I don't, I don't know. Yeah, Larry, send me a DM, and then we can talk about it. But thank you for the rose. All right, so people who came in, does that make sense? Does the 13 column work exactly the same? Exactly the same. So if you look, I'm going to match it up. The only difference is just more beads. That's all it is. So when I do my multiplication, I use the 13 column because I don't have enough columns. So it's exactly the same. So this is my ones, tens, hundred, thousands. And when we look, we have one, two, three, four, and then five, six, seven, eight, nine, and then 10. The only reason why I use the seven column one because it's pretty. I saw SpongeBob and the character named Beatrice. Really? Now I have to look, Beal. I will have to look and put it into my little deck of where abacus is. Abacus is everywhere. So, Wonka. I think Betty. What? I love her. Okay. So does that make sense, Ilaria? When we look at it, it's exactly the same. So this was it. Why don't they teach us? It's so cool. Thank you, Tanya. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to teach you guys. Okay, makes okay, good. So it's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. Even if I had the big one, this is a 13 column one. Even at the big one, it's the same thing. So when we look, it's just one, two, three, four. It's you know what it is. It's all about the positioning of the bead. Because look at it. If you look at it, it's this is how it is. This is zero, and this is one. This is two. This is three. This is four, and then this is zero again, and then this is five. I'll have to go back when you're. I have to go. I'll be back when you're on. Oh, hey, Harold. Okay, not a problem. I'll see you in my next live. I am live pretty often. Yes, thank you for the follow. I'm sure you get the notifications. Why don't they? Yeah, you know what? I don't know why. I don't know why. You know what? Oh, Tanya, I went on a rant on that. Oh my God. There's all of these other math manipulatives, but no way talks about the abacus. So hopefully I will make the wave and the wave will move to the outside. So we'll see. We will see. That's the hope. That's the hope. So and the other reason why I use this is because it's just nice and easier to see. Hey, Cassandra, I have the same abacus. Nice. I'm going to teach my kindergarten. Oh, Sheridan, yeah. You know what? Let me know. I have a TPT store. I have a TPT store if you want printouts. And then if you follow me on the TPT store, I try to honestly I try to keep up with TPT, but I don't. Hold please. Yeah, and so actually, oh, that's not it. Is it this one? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Where is it? Where is it? It's this one. No, it's not this one. You know what? It's on my. If you go to my website, but here, let me show you. It's learning, and then there's a hyphen. So this is my store. Learning with Lynette. This is the TPT store. You will find it on my website. My website links to my TPT store. Yeah. Sending your live to my teacher. Ooh, yeah. So what I did was I also have like activities and you can go into it. I have to figure out how to organize it better. What grade do you teach, Sheridan? And then I was trying to do this where they would have to color it in. And then the idea was to, this is a beginning part on how to learn how to read the abacus, but I wanted to make it like that they had to color. So here, just the same thing, right? This is one, and I think this is two, right? And then this is three, one, two, three. And then after that, I also have like, I have a maze. So it's the same thing, but the maze is, well, we're going to start here. We got to figure out what our number is. So after this, so much better than the little blue ones. Right. That's what I'm saying. The management on this is so, it's like, oh, time to pack up. Okay, let's go. And then you just tuck it away. But this one also does like 10,000. If you really think about it, it goes to 10,000. Whereas those little blue beads, that's a lot of blue beads. The management on that is crazy. So that's what this is. And so I'm trying to make more activities. Let me know what grade you're in, because I'm really looking into trying to make abacus more grade specific, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, you said kindergartners. So kindergartners, you would do adding and subtracting. Okay, good. So what we're doing is, oh, we got to learn. We got to. Somebody asked, how do we learn? How do we do 10? Well, okay, we're teaching the kids, right? We're teaching the kids how to make how to make a 10. Now we know how to make a five, right? We know how to make a five. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a 10. So after we make a 10, we know how to do this, 5 plus 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the 5. But now you see that there's not enough beads to add the 5. What are we going to do? Well, just as we know how to make a 10, right? We're going to do the same thing. You'll see that there's a number pattern. This pattern, you'll notice, is very similar to our previous pattern. So if it's 5 plus 5, what are we going to do? We're going to isolate the variable. What are we going to do? So we need to 5 plus 5 is what we're trying to do. We're going to isolate this variable. We don't memorize our doubles. What we memorize is the add-in. So we're going to isolate the variable. What we're going to do is we're going to have 5 might take is equal to 10. That's not balanced. To balance it, I have to minus the 5. Okay. So I'm talking to you guys because you guys are adults, right? I wouldn't tell this to my students. I just say, memorize this. And then how do you work it? Well, if you notice, I want to do 5 and I'm going to add the 10. That means the 10 is just going to the next column over. Because remember, when we write 10, it's a 0 and a 1. So what I'm going to do, it's a 0 and a 1. I'm going to add 1 here and I'm going to take away 5. That's my answer, 10. Does that make sense? So what we just did is we added a 10. We utilized our numbers. We utilized the concept and we solidify it. We solidified the concept and we built upon it. So the first thing we understood was we understood how to make it 5. And then after you make the 5, we make a 10. And then that's it. And then what's the opposite? Well, the opposite, if you notice, that's the number pattern. Opposite is minus the 5 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 5. What? If you can go forward, you can go backwards. You do exactly the same. Minus the 10 plus the 5. That's what we're doing. And it works for all of these numbers. These are the pairs. These are all the pairs that we have to memorize. Does that make sense? So when you memorize these, that's the only thing. And then after that, it just matters. I'm so confused. Hey Stevie, before we go through, I'm going to review. Does that make sense on how we make a 10? Oh, I just got in. Hi Stevie. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, hold on just a minute, okay? So I want to make sure, right, Cassandra? Okay, good. So, okay. So, that's it. I'm telling you right now. You just know these 4 things: how to plus a 5, how to minus a 5, how to add a 10, how to take away the 10. Everything else, you Tetris your way through every other question, and we can go into that later. But let me do a little review for Stevie. And we're going to do more questions. We'll do double digits and I'll show you. And the next thing would be the single digits. Sorry, two-step equation. Can the abacus can be for multiplication and division, but you have to know your multiplication fact. You could do, okay, before I go on, you could do additive accumulation. What does that mean? Well, remember, I don't know if anybody's taught this, but when we do 4 plus 4, right? That's actually 2 times 4. You could do this. We know how to do that, right? 4 plus 4. We add the 4, and then we plus another 4. Plus the 4 is plus the 5 minus the 1. That's 8, right? Let's do another one. So what we did is we plus 5 here. Plus 4 is equal to plus 5 minus 1. And then we do 8. 8. We don't have enough beads to add the 4. What do we do? To plus the 4, what is the partner of 4? We know the partner of 4 is 6. So what is it? Plus 4 is equal to plus the 10 minus 6. So I plus the 10 and I take away the 6. And my answer is 12. So we can do additive multiplication on the abacus. However, everybody needs to memorize their multiplication fact. That's it. And then if you know how to do this, you can subtract. So that's what this is. Okay, so Stevie says you were confused. Stevie, are you still around? Please let me know you're still here, because if not, I'm going to keep moving forward. All right. Yeah, thank you. No, thank you. We're going to go into multiplication depending on how this class is. So, Stevie, we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. We keep moving. Well, no, let's do a little review. It's easy. It's easy because this is 4. This is the horizontal bar. This horizontal bar tracks our numbers. So this is 4. Because this is 4, this is 5. No matter what, this is 5. This is the value of 5. Because this is the value of 5, we have 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. That's all it is. That's it. So when we look, what's 10? Just as we write, abacus mimics the number. Abacus mimics how we write. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we have 15. And then we have 16, 17, 18, 19. And then 20. If you notice, 22 looks very familiar, right? 2, 2, 2, 2. But it's different because of the place values. 2, 200, I'm sorry, 20, 200, 2,000, 20,000. Does that make sense, Stevie? Ah, Bill, thank you so much for the heart me. Okay, so, by the way, why don't you start from the first? Hey, God, thank you so much for the question. You know the reason why? Because I have this dot indicator, and it's hard to see, but I have this dot indicator, and this tells me that this is my ones place. You could choose this one. It's like Pokemon. I choose you. I chose this one to be my dot indicator, to be my ones place. You could choose this one. So if I wanted to, I could be here. So this would be my ones, my tens, but notice I don't have any more columns for hundreds. You could choose this one. So then I have 10,000, right? Ones, tens, hundred, thousands, 10,000s. And then if you notice, haha, right? So then, oh yeah, Sheridan, if you want to, you could steal my jokes, but I don't know if any of the kids would understand. So if you look, the decimal place happens between the two columns, the tenths and the ones, because just as we write, the decimal does not does not take a place value. So because, and it's just the same thing with the comma. You know how there's the comma, right? We have our comma 2000,001. So it'd be 2000,001. That's the reason why. Yeah, makes sense. One of the best. Welcome back. It's been a little bit. Been a minute. My co-teacher will laugh if the kids don't. Oh, the other dot's a comma. You know what? The other dot is the separator. Just as we have this one, right? So this is my 13 column one because size matters. It's the groupings. So if we started here, right? If I chose this one, I have my ones, my thousands, my millions, billions, and trillions, right? Or I could start here, ones, thousands, millions. So it actually doesn't really matter. But these would be all the commas. The other indicators is just helps I guess label. It would help label. Yeah, it helped labels. It keeps track of everything because it's just easier to see, right? Because if there was no label, then we would have to count. Oh, ones, tens, hundred thousands, 10,000s, right? So that'd be one of the things. So this is also just to show you the groupings of the numbers. Yeah, it's very elegant. Somebody said it's an elegant solution to like all the math manipulatives. And I don't know why we don't use this, but it's probably because nobody knows how to use it. So that's why I'm here. And I'm hoping that you guys will spread the word. I'm here to share the good value of abacus. So, do we understand all of this? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do bigger math problems. Let's do bigger math problems. Are we ready? Okay, so we understand how to make a 9. We understand how to make a 10. I will keep this out so then we can keep it as a reminder. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just do some adding first, and then we can go into multiplication. But that's the first thing. Generally this will really help. It's not just visual, actually. I wouldn't discriminate. I would send it to all. Oh, before I forget, we got to do one more. One more means we have to do the second. We're gonna do a two-step equation. Ah, thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. We're gonna do a two-step equation. What does that mean? What's a two-step equation? Well, let me show you. 7 plus 7. We know this. What does that mean? Well, we know this, right? We have 7. We add 7. This is where we get to be very solid in our formulas. These are what we call formulas. The formulas is a making of a 10 and making of a 5. In the abacus world, sometimes they call it friends, big friends, little friends, whatever friends. They're friends. What am I calling it? I'm calling it fives and tens. The reason why, excuse me, the reason why is because mainstream talks about it as plus the tens and minus the tens, right? Oh, we don't even do minus the tens. We just do plus tens. How do you make a 10? But in abacus world, we also want to know how to not make a 10. We want to subtract a 10. So this is what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to make a 7. I'm sorry, we're going to do 14 plus I'm sorry, 7 plus 7. Now I know these are simple numbers, but to understand the basics, right? We need to use smaller numbers because we know this in our head. But how does it look on the abacus? We have 7. Notice I need to add another 7. Adding another 7 can't do it. What can we do? What we can do is excuse me. What we can do is we have to what do we do? We have to add we have to what do we have to do? We have to make a 10, right? We have to make a 10. When we make a 10, what are we going to do? We know to make a 10, we do 7 plus 3. To do 7 plus 3, it's plus the 10 minus 3. We know this. So we're going to plus the 10. We're going to add the 10, and notice we cannot take away the 3. Do we remember how to take away the 3? That's where this comes in. We have this formula to take away the 3. What? What do you mean? Well, remember we can utilize the 5. To utilize the 5, we can minus the 3 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 2. Thank you, Jurgen. So what are we going to do? We're going to minus the 5. So these are directions. Somebody made a comment. So these are directions. I'm going to take away the 5. Do you see that? I took away the 5 and I'm going to add the 2. And I add the 2. So my final answer is 14. So the beauty thing about the formulas is they're little directions on how to do it. That's why we memorize it, because we want to get directions, just like a map. Does that make sense? Did that make sense? Or do I need to do something different? We can do more 5-step, or we can do 1-step equations, or we could do 2-step equations. That makes sense, right? Yeah. Welcome to the real world. That's a matrix one. But yeah, so it's one of those things like, so That's all you need to do. When you understand how to do a two-step equation, everything else is gold. Everything you could do everything else as long as you understand that you can. This is why we Tetris, right? What did we do? We Tetrised our way through. We didn't force it, we Tetrised it way, right? So what we did is we minus the three. When we minus the three, because we couldn't do it, how else can we do it? So the question is how can we do it? We go into understanding critically thinking our we try to critically think what we're trying to do. So the question is always, can we do it? Yes, we can. Like Bob the Builder. How do we do it? I don't know if they talk about how to do it, right? Can we do it? Yes, we can. How do you do it? So we did the plus seven. Plus seven is plus the 10 minus the three, plus the 10 minus the three. What? I can't minus the three. Wait a minute. Yes, you do. You know how to minus the three. That's where the five comes in. Remember, we added the five and take away the five. I know it's a little fast, but as the kids go through, I mean, I've only been on for about an hour and 10, so you guys already know how to read the abacus. You guys know how to um, add and subtract. It took me, to really understand this, it took me probably about a good week going through it. But you guys are learning it fast. And what? I've been teaching abacus for about 20 plus years now. I don't remember. It's like 20 something, 21, 22, whatever. And so I decided to move this to the internet and to show everybody else the real world. Yeah. So then after that, we do the three minus the three. We cannot take away the three. We cannot take away the three. We know we can utilize this five. When we utilize the five, it's plus the five minus the five is equal to plus the two. And that's it. So we can do another one. Let's do another one. So this is another two step. How do I know it's another two step? Because I wrote it out. So we do 26. We do 20. We do 6. So again, what are we going to do? We have to plus the 6. We got to plus the 6. There's not enough beads to plus the 6. Because there's not enough beads to plus the 6, what are we going to do? We're going to add the 6 here. So when we add the 6, we don't have enough. We want to add the 6. To add the 6, we know we're going to plus the 10 minus the 4. So now what we just did is we're doing carrying on, right? We're doing carrying on. So we want to plus the 5. I'm sorry, plus the 10. So that's the little direction that we're going to get. Plus the 10 minus the 4. It's like what? Street signs. No, not street signs. It's like directions. Plus the 10, right? We're going to plus the 10. We're going to plus the 10. And we got to take away the 4. We cannot take away the 4. What do? Wait, we know what to do. Take away the 4 is take away the 4 is minus the 5 plus the 1. So I'm going to minus the 5. I'm going to add the 1. So my final answer is 32. Does it make sense? Yeah, thank you for the hearts. Yeah, thank you, Sandra. Thank you. So happy you're still here. There's people that dropped out. There's people that came in and people that drop out. This is too much math in the morning. Yeah. So we can do another one. So what we can do is this is what we talk about two-step equations. You can't get away from two-step. But what we're doing is we know our numbers, we know our formulas. It just depends on how we utilize it. Great knowledge. What is it? With great knowledge is great. No, with great power is great. No, great responsibility. I don't know what that one. Great knowledge is. I have to figure that one out. So, but again, what we just need to do is we know these ones. We will know it we will know this very strong. It's just like doing waxing on and waxing off in Karate Kid, right? You wax on, you wax off. Knowledge is power. Thank you. Knowledge is power. Thank you, Emily. There's more to it. I want to think of something else, but I'm trying to I'll marinate on that a little bit. But so then what we did is we plus the tens and then we plus the fives, minus the 5 plus the 5 minus the 10 plus the 10. And everything else just happens to be in it. So we can do another one. Let's do another one. We do 99. If we do 99 and we want to add the 5. When we add the 5, we know how to add the 5, right? What is adding the 5? Adding the 5 is plus the 10 minus the 5. Sheridan, with great power comes with great. Yes, that's what it is. Great power comes with great responsibility. I don't know if learning the abacus is great power though. That I'm still fuddling around with that. So here we're going to plus the 10, right? If we look at it, I want to plus the 10. So this is a little bit more advanced. The reason why is because now we're going into two-step equations. This is, going through and making sure that they understand. So we want to add the 5. We want to add the 5. We don't have enough beats to add the 5. What do? We want to plus the 10. When we plus the 10, what are we going to do? Well, if you notice, I'm going to line it up. I'm going to plus the 10. So I'm going to take away the 5. I'm going to take away the 5. I'm going to add the 10. Cannot add the 10. Do you know how to add the 10? Adding the 10 looks like adding the 1. I don't have any more beats to add the 1. What do? I go to the next column over. And then and what do? Well, I know I can plus the 1. Plus the 1 is plus the 10 minus the 9. So I'm going to plus the 10. I'm going to minus the 9. So my final answer is 104. So what did I just do? I also did commutative property. These are very big words that I never even knew that they existed. Commutative property. What was my commutative property that I used? It was this one, right? What I wanted to do is we learned it plus the 10 minus the 5. We learned it as plus the 10 minus the 5. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to minus the 5 first, and then I'm going to plus the 10. But I can't plus the 10. So what do? I have to plus the 10 minus the 9. So what we just did is we just did carrying on or trading. So we plus the 10 minus the 9, plus the 10 minus the 9. And then my final answer is 104. Yeah. Well, because I have a lot of stuff touching my abacus, sometimes my beads move. But ideally, right? Ideally it'd be 99 and then minus the 5 and then plus the 10. Plus the 10 is plus the 10 minus the 9. So, oh, and Sheridan, when you do it, if you want to send me a DM, I can tell you about a teacher's abacus. So this is a teacher's abacus that you can have in your classroom, and with the teacher's abacus, it's bigger. Here's my student abacus. Here's my teacher's abacus. So with the teacher's abacus, it stands up. If you notice the small abacus doesn't stand up, you have to lie it flat on the table. So what's going to happen is you can use this. This is your indicator. This is your dot indicator. This would be your ones indicator, So it'd be ones, tens, hundreds. If I move it here, ones, tens, right? If you want to move it, it depends on where you want it. You can have two. I don't know why you would have two, but I usually just use the one. So we have this. So this would be my ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Haha, Angry Ankylosaur. That's a funny name. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is a teacher's abacus. If you want to know, you can get it on the other one. I can send you a link. You can let me know. Just send me a DM and I'll send you a link. All right. So what we just did is we just did adding and subtracting. Right? Does that make sense? Any other questions? How to count with fingers. I don't count with fingers. I don't do finger abacus. I do abacus with a soroban. So when we're counting, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Because we look at it, we have our place values. So we have our tens, our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, our 10,000. When we look at it, this is 10. 10 looks like this. Looks very similar to 1, but in a different place value. So we have our 1, and we have 1, and we have 10. They look the same, right? So we put together, this is 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. After 15 is 16, 17, 18, 19, and this is 20. And that's it. Yeah. Oh, Beal! Beal, are you still here? Guess what? I was going to make an addition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this. And the idea is to follow the path. So I'm going to start here and I got to figure out, well, what number do I do? So I got to color in this abacus to follow this. So, and I'm going to leave it like this and then you're going to have to color it in. 5 and then 4. And then I'm here. Okay, so then I have to go here and then what's going to happen is, well, what number is this? Cuz I got to go to the next number over. I got to write directions on this. So I'm going to write 96. I'm going to color in 96. So I got 90, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 96. And then I go here and I have 29. Okay, so if I need 29, what's this number here? So number 29 is like this, and I color it in. What do you think? And then I'm here. It's harder to do it with you guys because it's hard to tell me what the numbers are. But that's what I'm going to do. 17, it looks like this. So then 17's like there, right? And then I'm here. So I'm here. My next number is 94. So I need to know how to get to 94. 94 would be 94. That's the addition, my upgrade, my extra, not extra, my other version of the other version of the maze. I thought it was cool. So, oh, okay. How are we doing? You're watering your garden. That's so fun. Oh, you're watering your garden, and oh, hey, that's pretty good. Oh, thank you, Cassandra. Doing good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I have one that's this way, right? You have to find the path. And then I have one where the path is given to you, but you have to tell me what the abacus is. Yeah. So there's going to be two different versions in the book. And then I can make it a little bit beefier. But there's going to be, I don't know, maybe like 10, there might be 10 of these. Cuz I have 26 right now. There's 26 of these, this type. And then there's going to be how I don't know how many. I got to figure that one out. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then yeah, and then I like it because you can color it. But the only problem is it leaks through, so I would have to do it one-sided just to keep it, yeah. Because this is also one-sided as well. These pages are going to be one-sided as well because I'm an old soul, I know, but great for bead recognition. Yeah. um I did it one side. The mazes are one sided because I'm not sure if anybody's going to be using markers or whatever, and I didn't want it to bleed through, and it kind of bleeds through. So that was the reason why I was thinking about doing one sided because of the coloring part. But yeah, and the books are not the pages are not very thick. So all right, does anybody have any questions about adding and subtracting? Oh, we're down to 9 people. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if anybody has any questions. Wow, 11,000 likes. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so that's it. I mean, that's about adding and subtracting, right? We could do multiplication if everybody's ready, or we could just stay with adding and subtracting and doing more two-step equations. And that was the other thing. I was going to make a book with two-step equations. That's the next one after minus. Yeah. So okay, anybody have any questions? If any, for those people are coming in, we can review. My name is Lynette. I'm an abacus teacher. I'm here to teach the world how to use the abacus. Let's multiply. Okay, let's multiply. Let me review, because there's some people that came in. I don't know. Let me just review. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Because this is 5, right? This is 5. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have 10. All right, so let's multiply. After multiplication. Okay, so when we multiply, again, just so you know, when we multiply, you need to know your multiplication fact, but you only need to know up to 9. 9 times 9 is as high as we go. Why? Because everything else is redundant. Redundant. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll do uh 23 times what? Times 6. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to understand where are we going to put our number. Now, on why are we going to do that? Because on the abacus, we actually start from the outside first. We don't start from the ones. I know in school we're teaching children to go 20, 23, 6. We're teaching children to do the ones first, but we don't do that in abacus. New math follows abacus. So what's the matter? So what we're going to do is we're going to count. We count our digits. 1, 2, 3. We know we're going to be in the third column. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because we're going to be in the third column, we know that that's where we're going to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is equal to 12. All we got to do is add 1 and then add 2. That's it. We in new math, we're teaching the children how to do new math. The difference is they write it out. It's 20 times 6 is equal to 120. I was thinking about planting my flowers as a form so they look like an abacus. That's funny. I was thinking of planting my flowers so it formed above. They look like an abacus. That is so hilarious. That's so cute. All right. So so if you notice, it's 120, but we don't need to do that on the abacus. What we do is we just do 12. 1, 2. Abacus makes it into manageable chunks. So then what's the next thing we're going to do? Well, the next thing we're going to do is 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is equal to 18. So all I got to do is add my 1 and then I add 2. No, 18. I add 8. I'm only adding in my whatever my multiplication table is. So my final answer is, what's my final answer? 138. Yeah, 138. Does that make sense? So what we just did is this is what we call simple because we didn't have to worry about any formulas. But notice what we did is we had the abacus track our numbers. Because our abacus tracked our numbers, right? We don't need to worry about new math. How much is your business license? Oh, I'll have to look. Does that make sense? So we can do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do another. Oh, here I am. There we are. Yeah, right? Right? It's so easy because the abacus puts it onto your abacus puts it onto it holds your number. That's what the abacus does. The abacus holds your number. We'll do 45 times that by 4. Again, we're going to do the same thing. And it's the same thing. See that there's a number pattern. There's a pattern to it. There's a pattern to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add. Thank you so much for the likes. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to rearrange my paper. So we're going to add, right? We're going to check our numbers. 1, 2, 3. How do I know? Well, just how I count it. 1, 2, 3. We added these numbers, right? We added the digits to know where we're going to put. 1, 2, 3. So we're here. 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is equal to 16. I add my 1. I add my 6. 16. Do you see how that's 16? So when we're adding it, we're just adding in our numbers. 1, 6. We look at each column and we focus. Now what are we going to do? Well, let's do the other one. 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is equal to 20. So I add 2, right? I add 2, and then I add 0. I don't have to do anything. So my final answer is 180. 180. Thank you for the likes. Yes, Cassandra, right? Thank you. Does that make sense? So we can do another one. That's easy. Yes, it is easy. Abacus makes it easy because you can see the numbers to see what you need to do. Abacus puts a little restriction so you know that you need to add and subtract or do this, right? Whereas if we have a piece of paper, hey Beemore, thank you. If we have a piece of paper, the piece of paper is there's no restrictions on the piece of paper. It's the sky's the limit. But what happens is Abacus puts a little bit of restriction. What if the digit? Oh, ooh, let's do it. It's easy. So let's do what? 20, let's do, what? Give me, 40, 60, 30, 13, 4, 73 times that by what? 67. How about that? That's easy. Same thing. We got to count our digits. Oh, hold please. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Okay. Okay. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to count our digits. We're going to add our digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what's going to happen is we are going to look at the left side first. Why? Because we say 67. We don't say 760. We say 73, not 370. So we're not going to go backwards. We're going to go forwards. We're going to go forward means we go left first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. I add 40, I add 2. 6 times 3 is 18. Add 1, add 8. Okay, I'm done with that. I am done. I am out of here. No, you're not. You got one more to do. We're done with that. We're going to count again. We're going to count 1, 2, 3. So we go 1, 2, 3. This is where we're going to do a little bit of adding, and we're going to do a little bit of our adding. So we do 7 times 7. 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. I add my 4. I add my 9. I add my 4. There's not enough beads to add the 4. We remember when we added the 4, it's what? Plus the 4 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 1. So I plus the 5 minus the 1. And then we add the 9. There's not enough beads to add the 9. What do? We know how to add the 9. How do we do it? We add plus the 10 minus the 1. So I'm going to plus the 10, take away the 1. Plus the 10, take away the 1. That's 49. What's next? I do 7 times 3. 7 times 3 is equal to 21. I add my 2, I add my 1. Is that enough? Yeah, there's enough. 2 and then 1. So my final answer is hydrate your mix. Thank you for the follow. So what is our answer? What is our final answer? 4,891. Yeah, easy. See, but that's the thing, right? The biggest thing is to make sure that we know how to add and subtract. When we know how to add and subtract, then we can do multiplication. Thank you, Beal. Yeah, 4,891. And that's it. That is it. That's it. All right. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? If you don't, I am going to sign off. I am going to go get some breakfast because it's still 9 a.m. for me. It's 9:30. Anybody have any other questions? Any burning questions before I sign off? But I do appreciate it. Thank you. No, thank you, Cassandra, for commenting. Because if you don't tell me that you don't know, then I don't know what you don't know. But I hope that you can implement it if you have any kids or if you have any future kids or live vicariously through your nieces and nephews. Teach them the abacus because this is the way. Thank you, Gar. Let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you so much, Bill. No, thank you. I appreciate you. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, I am going to sign off. Thank you again for everybody joining and commenting. I do appreciate that I'm not the only one in the room. I do appreciate that. All right. All right. No other questions. I will see you guys all in my next live. Bye.